Here's big picture what nobody's kind of paying attention to, right? In my personal opinion, Israel wants to get destroyed and completely kicked out of the Middle East. Then they're going to come over here and they're going to take over America. America is going to be their new playground. And then simultaneously, why you see them taking over Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua is because they realize that they can't control the Middle East, that this is a losing battle, that they're never going to acquire the Greater Israel Project. So now it's going to become the United States of Israel over here in America. They've taken over our government, they've taken over our military, they've taken over the automotive industry, they've taken over the NBA, they've taken over every sports league, they've taken over all the porn websites, they've taken over all the filth and degeneracy, all the LGBTQ, all the NGOs, all the landlords, all of the BlackRocks, the State Streets, the Vanguards, all of these mega corporations are all controlled by them. They control it all, they own it all. BlackRock just took over the fucking Panama Canal, okay? So when I tell you that America is no longer going to be the America that we once knew, that every one of these Latin America countries that our government's working on overthrowing and toppling a regime and installing politicians that serve Israel, this is why. It's because Latin America, North America, is going to become the new Israel. Mark my words, Israel is done in the Middle East. They're going to come over here. They're already taking over your governments. They're already installing the politicians that serve Israel. Look at Argentina. Look at Mexico. Look at Honduras, okay? Chile, same thing. These are not going to be politicians that are going to make these Latin America countries better. They are going to steal your resources on behalf of the United States government, and we're going to take them at gunpoint, and if you don't give them to us, we'll blockade, we'll sanction, we'll cut off your fucking government. And that's what we do best, and that's what we're going to continue to do. This has nothing to do with survival of Israel. The whole purpose of this is destroy Israel, collapse civilization over here in North America so they can fully infiltrate and take over our entire government, change every access of power, shred our constitution. Meanwhile, we're going to be the refugee landing point for probably 15 million Israelis. So when Iran completely takes Israel out over in the Middle East, where do you think all these Israelis are going? They're coming over here. And think about how much money and power they have, and all of them, and the richest and most powerful of them that have moved over to Tel Aviv and made world domination their main sole purpose. Well, once they're completely kicked out of that side of the world, then it's going to be how do we use America to build America back up so then we can go then take over the entire world. That's how these people think. Because the West has to fall for them to bring back their Messiah. So it's how do we collapse civilization here in America? It'll most likely come from the dollar. So once this is all said and done, they just pull the strings and then the dollar collapses and free falls and hyperinflation sets in and chaos and civil war and death and destruction are sure to follow here in America. We're Sodom and Gomorrah. And Israel is hell-bent on collapsing civilization here so they can take over every Latin American country and make all of the Mexicans, the El Salvadorians, the Guatemalans, you're going to all be the new slaves to Israel. Hopefully, you guys are excited as I am. God bless. So here's big picture what nobody's kind of paying attention to.